I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. So the Avengers are 37-21. They're a game behind the LA Dodgers in the National League West. Let's jump into the schedule. It's the second game of a 3-game series versus the Miami Marlins. We won yesterday 4-1. Let's jump in to today's game. Let's do this. Play game. All preceding games will be simulated. You want to continue? Okay. Play full game. We are the home team at Crosley Field, which is the designated ballpark for this franchise, this created franchise. Let's rock and roll. Chris Pratt, Star-Lord, is the starting pitcher. Okay, I need to fix this lineup quite a bit, as you can see. Mark Ruffalo is going to be the catcher. Chris Evans will stay at DH. Robert Downey Jr. is going to switch with Dave Bautista. Robert Downey Jr. is going to be Sebastian Stan. Dave Bautista will stay in. No, let's see. Clark Gregg, who is cold as ice, but he's going to play. Benedict Wong, Idris Elba, Vin Diesel. No. Keep him there. Chadwick Boseman, Benedict Cumberbatch. Okay, shortstop. Anybody can play shortstop? Nope. Keep it the way it is. All right, so let's fix this lineup, shall we? Let's fix this lineup. Mackey, Cumberbatch. Cumberbatch should not be playing center field, so that's a mistake. Okay, so looks about right. Good enough. So I hit, I pitch, I field. I do not run the bases. I let the computer run the bases for me, and the difficulty setting is set to All-Star for hitting and pitching. This is a created franchise. 162 games played on YouTube. No skipped innings, no scheduled, no simulated games. I think this is game number 59 in the season. Welcome to Crosley Field as the Miami Marlins visit the Hollywood Avengers. On the mound is Star-Lord Chris Pratt, making his 12th start of the season. He's 6-0. He's 3.39 earned run average. And leading off for the Marlins is Trey Turner, 229, 3 homers, 15 runs batted, and he plays shortstop for the Miami Marlins. First pitch of the ball game from Star-Lord. Swinging and missed the fastball, strike one. Avengers are 37-21, good for second place in the NL West. That is Chadwick Boseman at third base and Benedict Wong in left field. Pulls it foul up the third base line, out of play. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Trey. And he fouls off the knuckler. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Chris Pratt plays Peter Quill in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise. Here comes the pitch. Up the third base line, foul ball. And we will do it again. Swing and a miss at the cut fastball. Struck him out swinging. There's the first out of the ball game. Here's the replay.
The second baseman,
Next up for the Marlins, here in the top of the first, is Howie Kendrick, 307, 6 homers, 20 runs batted in. Fastball in there, strike one, 95 on the radar gun. And he grounds it up the third base line, deep in the hole, deep in the foul territory. What a play by Chadwick Boseman. Wakanda forever. From foul territory. Anyway, the starting lineup for the Marlins is Trey Turner at short, Howie Kendrick at second, Bryce Harper in right, Max Muncy's at first, Yadier Molina is the catcher, Nicholas Castellanos is in left, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is at third, Jonathan Shoup is the DH, and Keon Broxton is batting ninth and playing center field. So 2 outs, bases empty here in the top of the first. Bryce Harper steps to the plate. He's hitting .310, 17 homers, 45 runs batted in. Grounder up the middle, played perfectly by, in the dirt, picked nicely by Drax the Destroyer to retire the side. 1-2-3 inning at the end of a half. It's Miami nothing. The Avengers coming to bat. On the mound for Miami is Devin Smeltzer, making his third start of the season. 2-1 with a 3.78 earned run average. It's probably a bullpen opener. And leading off for the Avengers is the man who cuts the checks, Anthony Mackie, 314, 7 homers, 38 runs batted in. The new Captain America in the MCU. Fastball high, ball one. Marlins are 22-36 in last place in the NL East. Fastball outside, count is 2 balls and no strikes. And that's a line drive. It is in the left field corner, hits off the sidewall, making the turn at first, heading to second is Sam Wilson. He will be in there with a leadoff double. That's his 13th double of the season. And already the Avengers have a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the first. So next up is the late, great Chadwick Boseman. He's hitting .351, 8 homers, 25 runs batted in. At home so far this season, he's hitting .460. A little bit of home cooking. He played, Black Panther in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Pitch is high, but called to strike by the home plate umpire. Strike one. Runner leads off second. Grounds it to his counterpart at third, Vlad Guerrero Jr. Throws to first for out number one. The starting lineup for the Avengers, Anthony Mackie's at short, Chadwick Boseman's at third, Don Cheadle is in center. Chris Evans is the DH today, Mark Ruffalo is the catcher, Benedict Wong is in left, Dave Bautista is the first baseman, Sebastian Stan is in right, and Clark Gregg batting ninth, playing second base. Don Cheadle, 330, 8 homers on the season. He is War Machine, stepping up to the plate. Grounding up the first base line, it is a foul ball. He has 8 homers and 34 runs batted in on the season. Switch hitter batting from the right side against the lefty Smeltzer. That's the ball. Fastball high, count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. That is a line drive which will be in there. It is going to be an RBI single for War Machine, and already the Avengers, the MCU, has an early 1-0 lead. Here's the replay. Just serves it the other way into right center field. Scoring on the play is Anthony Mackie. Next up is Chris Evans, 293, 6 homers, 26 runs batted in. Designated hitters today. Fouls off the changeup, strike one. Big lead at first. Shortstop, he dropped it. Trey will have no play. That should be an error. Could have been a double play. E6 is the call on Trey. So instead of there being a side retired, it's going to be runners at first and second for Mark Ruffalo. 335, 12 homers, 47 runs batted in. Leads the team in homers and RBIs. 2 runners on and 1 away. Fouls off the curveball for strike 1. Change up low and outside. Count evens 2 ball. Check that. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. On the Hulk, Mark Ruffalo. Grounded to the right side. Kendrick over to second for 1 back to first. In time, it's a double play and the side is retired. 4-6-3 double play at the end of 1. They do get a run on the RBI single by Don Cheadle, and the Avengers lead 1-0. So we go to the top of the second. Up steps first baseman Max Muncy, hitting .263, 8 homers, 36 runs batted in. Pratt deals. Swing and a miss. Fastball, 96. As you can see, the shift is on. 3 infielders on the right side of the infield for Muncy. Yeah. Knuckler floats in there for strike 2. Count is quickly. No balls and 2 strikes. Misses inside with the change of speed. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Deep drive. That ball's got a chance. He's back to the track, looking up. This ball game is tied. It's a solo shot from Max Muncy, number 9 on the season. And this game is knotted at 1. Oof. Still nobody out here in the top of the second. Up steps Yadier Molina, the catcher, 287 on the season. Line drive, base hit up the middle. Hard ground ball through the box. So this inning has started off poorly for Chris Pratt. Next up is Nicholas Castellanos, 289, 11 homers, 32 runs batted in. Swing and a miss at the fastball, strike 1. Runner leads off first. Lazy fly ball to left center field. Cheadle is there. He makes the catch for out number 1. Defensive alignment for the Avengers in the outfield from left to right is Benedict Wong, Don Cheadle, and Sebastian Stan. And in the infield from third base over is Bozeman, Mackey, Gregg, Bautista, with Mark Ruffalo, the Hulk, behind home plate. Next up is the third baseman, Vlad Guerrero Jr., 253, 5 homers, 26 runs batted in. And it's a bloop into center field. It will be a single. And the Marlins will have runners at first and second with 1 out. Next up is Jonathan Shoup, 218, 4 homers, 11 RBIs. Swing and a miss at the cut fastball, strike 1. Second baseman by trade, playing designated hitters today. Runner in scoring position. Cut fastball finds the edge. Count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on Shoup. Scope, I guess. Shoup sounds better, but I think it's Scope. Jonathan Scope. Just gets a piece of the fastball, 96 on the radar gun. Count will remain 0-2. Strike 3 called. Knuckleball. Second strikeout for Chris Pratt. Let's look at the location. I think the knuckler frozen. So 2 away, up steps Keon Broxton, the center fielder. He's only has about 10 at-bats this season. He's hitting .222. Fastball in there, strike 1. Swing and a miss at the cut fastball. Count is 0-2. And it is a blooper. Rounding third and heading home. Throw to the plate will not be in time. Offline. It is an RBI single for Broxton. And the Miami Marlins take an early 2-1 lead here in the second inning. Off the end of the bat, just flared out of the outstretched dive by Anthony Mackie at short. So the lineup turns over for the Miami Marlins. They have a 2-1 lead. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Trey Turner's up. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 0 for 5 in this series so far. Misses high with the knuckler. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Grounder to third. Bozeman over to first to retire the side, but not before Miami scores twice. And after 1.5 here across the field, Miami leads 2-1. So we go to the bottom of the second. Up steps Benedict Wong, protector of the Sorcerer Supreme. He's hitting .281 on the season. Back up. Swing and a miss out in front of the slider, strike 1. It's a 2-1 lead for Miami here in this second game of a 3-game series between these 2 ball clubs. Avengers won yesterday 4-1. Right now they're down 2-1. In the dirt, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Checks his swing, changeup is low, count is 2 balls, 1 strike. Benedict Wong played Wong. Kind of strange that his real name in real life and the name of the character is the same. And he pops him up. Third base side, in play. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. makes the catch for out number 1. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Defensive alignment for the Miami Marlins in the outfield from left to right. Nicholas Castellanos, Keon Broxton, and Bryce Harper. And in the infield, Vlad Guerrero Jr., Turner, Kendrick, Muncy, with Yadier Molina behind home plate. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Stepping up to the plate next is Dave Bautista, who plays Drax the Destroyer in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He takes low for ball 1, hitting .307, 5 homers, 26 runs batted in. And he rolls over on it down the third base line, out of play. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. And that's a line drive base hit to center field. It's a 1-out single for Dave Bautista. The tying run is now at first here in the bottom of the second inning. Here's the replay.
The right fielder, number 16.
So once a game, I like to go over to the options and the gameplay and show that the hitting difficulty is set to All-Star and the pitching difficulty is set to All-Star. Just for accountability's sake, every game that I play. So, Sebastian Stan, also known as the Winter Soldier, steps up to the plate here in the bottom of the second inning. Quick throw to first, Batista is back. Sebastian's hitting .286 in limited play this season. Pitches outside, 1 ball and no strikes. He has 2 homers and 7 RBIs. Playing right field today, giving who's he giving a day off to? I guess Idris Elba. Inside corner. It's on rookies using the green screen. Hello, Outlander. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. Pitches outside, 2 balls and 1 strike on the hitter. He's going. Throw down to second is in time. Dave Bautista is thrown out trying to steal, and now the bases are empty with 2 away. got a terrible jump. I don't know what he was thinking. Nice throw from Yadier Molina. He plays in real life, I believe, for the San Francisco Cardinals. And Yadier Molina is known to have a gun behind home plate. Checks his swing. Count will go full on Sebastian Stan. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases empty. 2-1 lead for Miami. And speared by the pitcher, Smeltzer. Throws to first. And it is an easy inning for the Miami Marlins. At the end of 2 innings of play, it's Miami 2. The Hollywood Avengers 1. This is Avengers Baseball. Thank you for joining me. Much appreciated. We go to the top of the 3rd. Up steps the second baseman, Howie Kendrick, who is 0 for 1. Chris Pratt delivers. At the knees, strike 1. Swing and a miss out in front of the circle change. Count is 0-2 San Francisco Cardinals. Oh, so perhaps Howie... Yadier Molina has now gone to the San Francisco Giants, as I've been told by the statisticians behind the scenes. Line drive, base hit the other way for Howie Kendrick, and the Miami Marlins lead off the top of the 3rd with a single. Is that their AAA team? Perhaps, Mr. Outlander. Line drive by Howie Kendrick between first and second. And the leadoff man is on. Next up is Bryce Harper. Grounded out in the 1st. I got to check right now. I thought you did get pulled up, but I could be wrong. Oh, I don't know. I'm not paying attention to current baseball. I don't like the new rules. High knuckler called a strike by the home plate umpire, and the count is 0-1 on Harper. I don't like the new extra inning rules. Swing and a miss out in front of the circle change. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Bryce Harper. Grounded to first, past the reach by Dave Bautista and into right field. The first 2 runners are on for the Miami Marlins. They have a 2-1 lead and are threatening here in the top of the 3rd. Big step, 2-handed swing by Bryce. And they have runners at first and second with nobody out. So next up is Max Muncy, who hit a solo homer in his last at-bat. He's obviously 1 for 1. Big spot in the ball game. Circle change inside, ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Chases a cut fastball, fouls it off, strike 1. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Muncy. Oh, but that Mass Effect, what a game. Swing and a miss at the cut fastball. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. For those of you that are unaware, the Outlander show and myself are doing a Mass Effect Legendary Edition stream. When I'm not playing baseball right now, I'm playing Mass Effect. Check it out. Jams him inside with the changeup. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chris Pratt, Star-Lord, the starting pitcher, is 6-0 on the season. But right now, he is in a little bit of trouble. Ground ball over to second for 1, back to first, and not in time. So it is a fielder's choice out at second. The runner at second moves to 3rd. It was a tough one. Chadwick Boseman backhands it and throws across his body to get the runner out at second. Nice play by Chadwick. So runners are at first and 3rd with less than 2 outs. Yadier Molina steps up to the plate, singled, scored a run. He can score that run from 3rd base without the benefit of a hit. Here comes the pitch. And this might be enough to do it. Sebastian throws to the plate. He's going. It is safe. It is an RBI sacrifice fly for the Miami Marlins, and they now lead 3-1. Nice throw, but just couldn't get enough on it. Next up is the left fielder, Nicholas Castellanos. Runner at first, 2 away here in the top of the 3rd. He's 0 for 1. Pulls it foul for strike 1. just gets a piece of the changeup. Count is no balls and 2 strikes on Castellanos. 3-1 lead for Miami here in the third. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and the side is retired, but not before they get that sac fly and an insurance run. The end of 2.5. It's Miami 3, the Avengers 1. Leading off here in the bottom of the third is Gregg, 216, no homers, 6 RBIs. He's giving Tom Holland a day off at second base. Outside corner, strike 1. Gregg is Phil Coulson in the Marvel Universe, agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. High and tight, count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Inside, 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that's a 1-hopper to the shortstop. Trey Fields fires, got him. And there's 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Standings in the National League East, as you can see, the New York Mets are leading the East 38-20 record. And the Miami Marlins 16 games back in last place. Next up is Anthony Mackie. The lineup turns over. Mackie had a double and a run scored in his first at-bat. He plays Sam Wilson in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And he pops him up the elevator shaft. Molina, behind home plate, makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batting, number 20.
Next up is Chadwick Boseman. Grounded out in the first. 2 outs, bases empty. Bottom of the third. And he skies it to center field. Easy play for Broxton. And the side is retired. So, 3 innings of play here at Crosley Field. It's a 2-run lead for Miami. They lead 3-1. So we go to the top of the fourth. Up steps the third baseman, Vlad Guerrero Jr. He singled in the second inning. This is his second at-bat. Fastball in there, strike 1. Ground ball deep in the hole is short. From the grass, long throw, in time, cut the check. That's out number 1 here in the top of the fourth. Nice play by Anthony Mackie. Next up is Jonathan Scope. Struck out in the second. He's 0 for 1. And that's the line drive. Racing over is the Winter Soldier. He makes the line drive catch. Nice play for out number 2. 2 quick outs here in the top of the fourth. That had danger written all over it, but Sebastian made a nice catch. Next up is Keon Broxton. He's 3 for 10 on the season. He had an RBI single today. It's only 10 at-bats this year, playing center field. In there, strike 1. Ground ball through the box into center field. It is a 2-out single, and Broxton is now 2 for 2, hitting 4 for 11 on the season. Next up is the leadoff man, Trey Turner's third at-bat. He's 0 for 2. Struck out, he grounded out. Skies it to right center field. There is Sebastian. Winter Soldier makes the catch to retire the side. So after 3.5, it's a 3-1 lead for Miami. Let's go to the bottom of the fourth. Up steps Don Cheadle with an RBI single today. Don Cheadle plays James Rhodes in the MCU. Curveball in there, strike 1. And he fouls off the fastball. 2 quick strikes on Don. In the dirt, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Two and two. Line drive, foul ball. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes on Cheadle. Outside, full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The first Avenger, Chris Evans, is on deck. Here comes the payoff pitch. Misses low and inside, ball 4, and Smeltzer walks the leadoff man here in the bottom of the 4th. You have a 2-run lead. You can't walk the leadoff man and not give your manager acid indigestion. So next up is Chris Evans. He's 0 for 1 because he reached on an error in the first inning. Switch hitter batting from the right side against the lefty Smeltzer. Fastball low, ball 1. Runner leads off first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. Curveball looked like he could have caught the edge, but called a ball. Count is 2 balls and no strikes. Misses inside. He's getting squeezed by the home plate umpire. 3 balls, no strikes. Will he have the green light? No, he will not, because I do not swing on 3-0. I always take a pitch, just as a matter of principle. Fastball in there, strike 1. So now it's hitter's count. 3 balls, 1 strike, and the handcuffs are off. Let's see what happens. Fouls off the high fastball. Count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Evans. It's a ground ball shoveled over to second for 1, back to first. It's a 4-6-3 double play. So now there are 2 outs. Nice play by Howie Kendrick. Here's the replay. Kendrick to Trey Turner, over to Max Muncy to complete the double play. Next up is Mark Ruffalo, who grounded out in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1. Bases empty, 2 outs. Changeup is low, ball 1. High and tight, 2 balls and no strikes.
2 balls, no strikes.
Fouls off the slider, almost kills a Miami Marlin bullpen coach. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Grounds it to third. Easy play for Guerrero. Long throw in time, and the side is retired. So we've played 4 here in the middle game of this 3-game set. Miami has a 3-1 advantage. We go to the top of the 5th. Kendrick, 1 for 2. Howie Kendrick steps up to the plate. Chris Pratt, Star-Lord, delivers. Fly ball to right on the first pitch. Sebastian Stan makes the catch. 1 away. Next up is Bryce Harper, 1 for 2 with a single. He's hitting .311 on the season. Knuckler floats in there, called the strike. Ground ball up the middle, backhanded, long throw, in time, nice play. Nice play by Anthony Mackie. Making the play from originally from the second base side of second base. The shift was on. So 2 away, bases empty, up steps Max Muncy. He has a solo homer in the second. He's 1 for 2. Fastball in there, strike 1. Checks a swing, but called a strike by the home plate umpire. The count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Grounder to first, backhanded, and Bautista will take it himself for the final out of the inning. So easy 1-2-3 inning for Star-Lord, and after 4.5, Miami leads 3-1. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. Up steps Benedict Wong. He's 0 for 1 with a pop out. Left-handed hitter facing the lefty Smeltzer. And that is a deep drive, but playable. Near the warning track, Harper makes the catch on the warning track for out number 1. Fewest home runs for the teams in the National League. Unfortunately, the Cardinals and the Avengers are tied for first in that dubious category, 69. Next up is Dave Bautista. I think that's a function of the ballpark they play in, honestly. Dave Bautista is 1 for 1. Speaking of which, that is a deep drive, and it will be off the wall. Instead of a home run, it will be a double for Dave Bautista. In Crosley Field, there is a huge scoreboard in left center field. Number 15 on the season for Bautista. Check to see where this ball lands. In any other ballpark, this may have been a home run. But instead, well, no, you know, it might have been off the wall in any ballpark. So, runner in scoring position for Sebastian Stan. Sebastian is the tying run at the plate here in the 5th. And he swings at the first pitch and drives it to right center field. Playable for Broxton. He makes the catch for out number 2. No advance. So next up, 2 outs. Runner in scoring position at second is Bautista. Up steps Clark Gregg. He's 0 for 1. Checks the swing, pitches outside, ball 1. Clark is hitting .444. Now, granted, he doesn't have that many at-bats, but he's hitting .444 with runners in scoring position. For instance, he gets a hit. The runner's coming home. The throw is up the line. It's an RBI single for agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., Phil Coulson. And they've gotten 1 run closer. It's Miami 3-2 here in the bottom of the 5th. Nice job, Phil. Lineup turns over. It's Anthony Mackie. Quick throw to first. He's back. Anthony Mackie is 1 for 2 in the ball game. He's going. Pitch is low. Throw down to second is not in time. So it's an RBI single and then a stolen base for Clark Gregg. My goodness, Clark. He's coming to play. So runner in scoring position now for Mackie. He is the tying run at second. Fouls it upstairs behind home plate. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Anthony Mackie, the new Captain America, is hitting .411 with runners in scoring position. And he lines it, and it will be caught by Broxton to retire the side. Hit it right on the nose, but right at the center fielder. So they get a run on the RBI single by Clark Gregg. At the end of 5 innings of play, it's an official ball game. Miami leads 3-2. Top of the 6th, Yadi Molina. He has an RBI single today in a walk. Outside, ball 1.
1-0.
Grounder to third. Routine play for Black Panther. Throws to first. 1 away. Next up is the left fielder, Castellanos. 0 for 2. Fastball is low, ball 1. Pulls the changeup foul into the seats. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Hits it, nubs it off the mound. Pratt Jumps off the mound like a cat, throws to first in time, two-way. Nice play by Star-Lord, showing his athleticism. It's 2 down, bases empty here in the top of the 6th. Vlad Guerrero Jr. is 1 for 2 with a single. Fastball at the knees for strike 1. Fouls off the knuckler. Count is 0-2. Decent pitch count for Pratt. Swing and a miss. The cut fastball struck him out, and the side is retired. So 5.5. Miami has a 1-run lead. They lead 3-2. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Chadwick Boseman is 0 for 2. He is hitting .347 in the season. Here comes the pitch from Smeltzer. And he yanks it foul for strike 1. Curveball low, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 right-handers warming in the Marlins bullpen. Ross Stripling and Ryan Stanek getting loose. Comes the pitch. And that's a ground ball to short, backhanded by Trey. Throws to first in time, 1 away.
Now batting, number 10.
Next up is Don Cheadle, War Machine. RBI single today. He is 1 for 1 in the hit column. Fastball outside. Don was the April Rookie of the Month in the National League. We are now approaching June. Fouls it upstairs behind home plate. The count is 1 ball and 1 strike on James Rhodes.
Ball.
Fastball outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Right on the corner. Called the ball by the home plate umpire. Line drive, 1 hop to the shortstop. In time, 2 away. Nice play. Nice defense this inning by Trey Turner.
The designated hitter, Gregg.
So next up is Chris Evans. He's 0 for 2. The average has dipped down to 290. And it's a bouncing ball, foul. So strike 1 on Evans. Evans plays Steve Rogers in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
1-1.
I don't say Captain America to eliminate confusion, because now the MCU has a new Captain America. 2-hopper to short, in time, and the side is retired. So 1-2-3 inning for Miami. The end of 6. It's 3-2. So we go to the top of the 7th. Jonathan Scope is 0 for 2. Pratt is still out there. He's only thrown 61 pitches. Fastball at the knees, strike 1. Cut fastball in there, strike 2. And he nubs it. Tough play. Off the mound, throws in time. Nice play by Chris Pratt. Star-Lord, Peter Quill. And there's 1 away. That was not an easy play. Should show a replay on that. Anyway, Keon Broxton is 2 for 2. 4 for 11 on the season. That's 364 clip. Swing and a miss the fastball. 96 on the radar gun. Strike 1. Cut fastball inside. Count evens 1 ball
1-1.
and 1 strike. Misses outside. 2-1. So the Avengers are 37-21. It's a good record, but that's only good for 2nd place in the NL West. And he pulls it foul. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, bases empty, top of the 7th, 3-2 lead for Miami. Fouls it back, and we'll do it again. The Avengers are at the start of play 1 game behind the Los Angeles Dodgers in the NL West. They took the place of the San Diego Padres in this fictional franchise. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and there's 2 away. So he'll take his 2 hits back to the dugout. Chris Pratt just struck out his 5th batter in this ball game. So 2 away. Lineup turns over again for the Miami Marlins. Trey Turner's up there for his 4th plate appearance. He's 0 for 3. And that is a line drive which is headed over into the corner, and it will be in there. And it bounces and gets past him. He's got a lot of speed. He makes a turn at second and is heading to third, and he will make it. It is a 2-out triple for Trey Turner. That's his 6th triple of the season. I knew that was going to be trouble the minute he hit it off the bat. Took it the other way down that right field line. Sebastian Stan, Winter Soldier, played it poorly, allowed it to get past him, and by that time there was no way that Trey Turner was not going to make it to third. So the insurance run is 90 feet away. Up steps Howie Kendrick, who's 1 for 3 with a single. Line drive, base hit, and it's an RBI single for Howie Kendrick. So 2 2-out hits gives Miami a 4-2 lead here in the 7th. It's time to get somebody up in the bullpen, I would say. Here's the replay. Just a fat pitch right down the middle. Manager, bullpen. Ed Norton will warm up. Paul Bettany will warm up. And I will send the pitching coach to the mound to slow things down a bit. As you can see on the left side of the screen, Chris Pratt has loads of confidence but not a lot of energy, so he will pitch to Bryce Harper, left-handed pitcher versus lefty hitter. Runner at first, 2 outs, top of the 7th, 4-2 lead for Miami. Knuckler floats in there for strike 1. Howie apparently has 21 RBIs this season. Good for him. Cut fastball finds the edge. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Bryce. Ground ball up the middle and through. It is a single. 3 2-out singles in a row here for Miami off of Pratt. They just have his number this inning. Ground ball with eyes. Max Muncy hit a solo homer in his first at-bat. It was in the 2nd. Here it is. Boom. And he's up there again. Should I take him out? I should, but I'm not going to. Jams him in on his hands with the circle change. Strike 1. Fouls him off. Upstairs behind home plate. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Muncy. Low, 1-2. And he pops him up, but it will find the seats. The count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. Strike 3 called. At the knees, the side is retired. Get up and stretch. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. However, Miami Marlins scored a run, and at the 7th inning stretch, it's Miami 4, Hollywood Avengers 2. Now, before Mark Ruffalo steps up to the plate, we're going to go to the bullpen. And there are 3 right-handers coming up, so we're going to have Ed Norton. We're going to put Ed Norton in the game. Mark Ruffalo, the Incredible Hulk, grounds it to the shortstop. Easy play for Trey Turner. And there's 1 away. Devin Smeltzer's pitched a hell of a game. This is a high-powered offense. Next up is Benedict Wong. He's 0 for 2. Probably should pinch hit for him, but yanks it high and deep, but it will, at the last moment, curl foul. Strike one. Lines it the other way. Easy play for Castellanos. He is there for out number 2. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Right now, Miami Marlins have a 4-2 lead here in the bottom of the 7th. Up steps Drax the Destroyer, Dave Bautista. 2 for 2 today, hitting .314 on the season. 2 outs, bases empty. And it is a nubber to the mound. Smeltzer spins, throws, and has him. It's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Devin Smeltzer. The end of 7 innings of play. Miami has a 2-run lead. Do you want to change pitchers? Yes, I do. In relief is Ed Norton, the man who first played the Hulk in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He has pitched in 21 games out of the bullpen. His record is 0-1 with a 4.97 earned run average. Leading off is Yadier Molina here in the top of the 8th. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Here comes the pitch from Norton. Fastball just misses off the edge. Ball 1. Attendance 22,202 here at Crosley Field, the home ballpark for the Avengers. That is a sellout, I would think. Crosley Field is like a minor league ballpark. Pitch is high, count is 2 balls and no strikes to Molina. Slider outside corner, strike 1.
2-1's the count.
And it's a ground ball. Oh, he knocks it down. Gregg throws to first, not in time. He keeps it in the infield, but it will be an infield single for Yadier Molina. And they have the leadoff man on here in the top of the 8th. So next up is Nicholas Castellanos, who's 0 for 3 today. Runner at first, nobody out. Fastball in there, strike 1. Ground ball through the left side, and it is a solid single. 2 first men are on here for the Miami Marlins. My goodness, 2 men on, nobody out here in the top of the 8th. Up next is next is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I'm sure it's a bunting situation. Bullpen. And warm up Paul Rudd. And he's checks his swing, but it's in there. Strike 1. He's not bunting. It's an interesting decision by the manager of the Miami Marlins. Slider in there, strike 2. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is hitting .378 with runners in scoring position, so there is a certain logic behind it. Lines it, foul. Couldn't get around on it. Count remains 0-2. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Here comes the pitch. Bautista over to second for 1, back to first. 3-6-3 double play. They trade the 2 outs. The runner at second moves to third. Nice play by Drax the Destroyer at first base. Not a natural first baseman, but as you can see by the awkward throw, makes it over to Anthony Mackie. Throws back to him in time to catch Guerrero before he reaches first. So runner at third base and 2 outs. Jonathan Scope is 0 for 3 today. This is a big at-bat. Fastball inside corner, strike 1. Scope is hitting 176 with runners in scoring position. And he fouls off the breaking ball, strike 2. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and they get out of it without giving up a run. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Miami leads 4-2. And before we go to Dellin Betances on the mound and Sebastian Stan at the plate, we go to the manager's office in the bullpen. Righty, righty, righty. We're going to have Paul Rudd scheduled to put him in the game. You're going to sit down Paul Bettany And we're going to warm up. No. We're going to warm up Stanley. So, Sebastian Stan, the Winter Soldier's 0 for 2 today. Dylan Betances comes in relief. That's a deep drive to center, but with his back to the wall, Broxton makes the catch, 1 away. Just missed it. The line for Smeltzer, 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, no strikeouts. He is in line for the win, should it hold, the lead hold. Next up is Clark Gregg, 1 for 2. Fouls off the fastball, strike 1. He has an RBI single and a stolen base today, in case you were thinking of pinch hitting for him. Slider outside to the backstop. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. It's a 4-2 lead. They need a base runner here in the bottom of the 8th. Backs him off the plate. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Phil Coulson, agent of Shield. Checks his swing. Hitters count. 3 balls and 1 strike to Coulson. On deck is the new Captain America. And he swings at the 3-1 pitch, skies it to right center field. It's deep, but playable for the center fielder. Makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 down, bases empty. Upsets Anthony Mackie, who's 1 for 3 with a double. Hitting from the left side against the righty Betances. Fastball low, ball 1.
1-0.
Jams him inside with the 2-seam fastball. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike to Sam Wilson. A little late on the fastball, fouls it down the left field line. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's a deep drive. Back goes Bryce Harper, but he makes the catch to retire the side. So we go to the top of the 9th. It's an easy inning for Dylan Betances and the Miami Marlins. The end of 8. It's 4-2 Miami. Yes, I want to change pitchers. In relief comes Paul Rudd, Ant-Man. Record is 1-0 with a 5.03 earned run average. Next up is Broxton. Tries to bunt his way on, and it may work. And he will make his way. Bunt base hit to lead off. That's his 3rd hit of the ball game for Keon Broxton. Next up is Trey Turner. He's 1 for 4. High fastball, strike 1. Trey does have a triple today. He's 1 for 4. And that's a line drive. It is a foul ball. Count is 0-2 on Turner. Jams him. 4, 6. Not in time. Too much speed. Too much speed from Trey Turner. It's a fielder's choice out at second. So Trey will be on at first with 1 away here in the top of the 9th. So Howie Kendrick is 2 for 4 with an RBI, hitting .310 on the season. Throw to first. Try to keep him close. Fastball inside, called a strike by the home plate umpire. In there, strike 2. And he yanks the fastball foul. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes to Kendrick. And he pops it up. Long run for Winter Soldier. No, I'm sorry. He's going to make it all the way to third base. My goodness, bloop base hit. Bloop base hit. Trey Turner makes it all the way around to third base. Howie Kendrick has his third hit of the ball game. And they have an insurance run over at third base with less than 2 outs. Next up is Bryce Harper, who's 2 for 4. That's a deep drive. Back to the warning track. He makes the catch. Tagging at third is Trey. He will make it. It is an RBI sacrifice fly for Bryce Harper. And the score is now 5-2. Miami leads. And they got their insurance run here in the top of the 9th. No real chance to make a play at the plate for the Winter Soldier in right. So next up is Max Muncy. Runner at first, 2 away. Inside corner, strike 1. Swing and a miss, 2-seam fastball. Strike 2. Strike 3 called. Breaking ball at the knees. Side retired, but they get their insurance run. Last licks for the Avengers. They go to the bottom of the 9th. They need 3 runs to tie. Can they do it? Score is 5-2. Before we go to the plate, and before Rob Dibble takes the mound, we are going to go to the manager's office in the bullpen, and we are going to say that Stan Lee scheduled to put him in the game, and Jeremy Renner is going to warm up just in case. The late, great Chadwick Boseman, 0 for 3 today. And he swings at the first pitch and pops it up. First base side. In foul territory, Muncy makes the catch for the first out. Next up, Don Cheadle, 1 for 2 with a single. RBI single. Swings at this next pitch. Skies it to right. Bryce Harper makes the catch. There are 2 away, and the Avengers are down to their final out. Next up is Chris Evans. He is 0 for 3 today. Averages dipped to 289 on the season. Very heroic. Slider is high, ball 1. So they need 2 base runners to get the tying run to the plate here in the bottom of the 9th. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes to Evans. And he skies it to center. This should do it. On the warning track, Broxton makes the catch to retire the side. Ball game over. Miami Marlins win 5-2. So they take the second game of this 3-game series and split the series 1 game apiece at this point. The rubber match, the best of 3, will be tomorrow against the 2 ball clubs. The Avengers are now 37-22 on the season. They started the ball game 1 game behind the Los Angeles Dodgers in the National League West, so they possibly could be 2 games back, depending on what the Dodgers do today, this afternoon. So let's go to the scorecard. Miami, 5 runs, 14 hits, 1 error. Hollywood Avengers, 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors. Devin Smeltzer gets the win. Chris Pratt gets his first loss of the season. He's now 6-1. Rob Dibble gets the save. And for some odd forsaken reason, they've given Rob Dibble the player of the game honors. I don't get that. But anyway, this has been a presentation of Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. I don't particularly like this game. But if you play 162 games in a regular season from beginning to end with no skipped innings and no simulated games, sometimes you're going to lose just like this. So just give it a like for some of the other games that, I'm sure that I'll win. And if baseball is not your cup of tea, please check out the other playlists on my YouTube channel. Lots of other variety of video games and also tabletop role-playing games such as Dungeons and Dragons. Again, I am RC Robbin. The final here at Crosley Field. Miami wins 5-2. Thank you so much for watching. A special thanks for the Outlander Show who supports us. We support him as well. I would suggest that you check out his YouTube channel as well. He's got a lot of great stuff going on. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. See you again soon.